Okay, so guys, this is page 25, and we're doing function or not a function again, this time using the vertical line test. Function or not a function using the vertical line test. Using the vertical line test. Okay, and I'm going to pause so that you can have time to write. All right, so here we are going to be finding the function of graphs or lines. So we are finding or identifying if a graph or a function, if a graph is a function or not. Is the graph a function? And in order to do that, we're going to use the vertical line test. Okay, so we're going to use the vertical line test to determine. Okay. What is the vertical line test? All right, what is the vertical line test? So we're going to write the definition. The vertical line test, a couple people trying to get in. The vertical line test is where you use a vertical line, like I can use my pencil, which is a vertical line, and I can move my pencil or move the vertical line across the graph to see if the line or the graph touches my pencil more than one time at the same time. That means we're using the vertical line test is where you use a vertical line to see if the x values repeat. All right. So the vertical line test is where you use a vertical line to determine if the x values repeat in a graph. Okay. All right. And I'll pause again here. Okay. So now we're going to do some examples. All right. So in the first example, we want to know if this graph or the line in this graph is a function or not a function. So we're going to draw a coordinate plane. And we are going to draw a straight line. Let's draw a straight line going in this direction. Okay. Now I want to know if any of the x values on this line repeat. If all the x values are the same on this line, then this graph is a function. Without even looking at or identifying what the points are on this line, you use what you call the vertical line test. Okay? Again, the vertical line test is where you use a vertical line, and we're going to use our pencil as our vertical line. Vertical line goes straight up and down to determine if the x values repeat in the graph. So this is how that vertical line test works. We take our vertical line and we start like we're reading a book from left to right, and we move our vertical line across the graph from left to right. And we are looking at our graph or our line to see if it touches our pencil or our vertical line in more than one place at the same time. So far, this vertical line is only crossing the pencil one time as it moves across. It doesn't loop back around and touch the pencil in two places. It only touches the pencil in one place as we move it across the graph. So this is a function. The x values do not repeat here, and it passes the vertical line test. Because our graph does not loop back around and touch this pencil more than one time at the same time, this is a function. So we're going to say this is a function because the x values do not repeat and the graph does not touch the vertical line in more than one place at the same time. And the graph does not touch the vertical line in more than one place at the same time. Okay, I'm going to pause to give you time to write and regurgitate. Okay, number 2. Let's draw another graph. Okay, and let's do a circle. Okay, so now we're going to say if this is a function or not a function by using the vertical line test. So here, I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to move my vertical line. This is a vertical line across my graph from left to right. So as I move it across my graph from left to right, I notice that right here, look, the circle loops back around and touches my pencil in more than one location. Okay, up here and then down here. So this is not a function because these points on this line would have the same x value. Okay, here and here and here and here and here and here. These points would share the same x value. It fails the vertical line test. Okay, so this is not a function. All right, this is not a function because the x values repeat and the graph touches the vertical line in more than one place at the same time. And you can say the line because graph or line, same thing. The graph or the line, okay, touches the vertical line, and this is the vertical line I'm talking about that I use for my vertical line test, touches the graph, touches the vertical line in more than one place. At the same time. Okay. And I'm going to pause so you can think about it and copy it down. We're going to try some examples, okay? That was number 2, so this one will be number 3. So all you're doing is writing it's a function or not a function, okay? All right, so we are drawing our coordinate plane. And let's do an S-shaped line, okay? Okay. Let's do an S-shaped line. And you're just writing function or not a function, okay? Number 4, let's do a U-shaped line, okay? Okay. Function or not a function. Number 5, let's do another straight line, okay? This time, let's make the line go down, okay? And then let's try one more, number 6. Function or not a function. Let's do a zigzag line. How about that? Let's do a zigzag line. Looks like that. All right, I'm going to pause for the calls and see what you come up with. All right. Any guesses for number 3? Function or not a function? Pause, y'all. Okay, so this one is not a function because the x values repeat. I need to put an S here. And it touches the vertical line in more than one place. Look at this. The S is going through this vertical line in 1, 2, 3 places at the same time. This is not a function. These x values repeat. It fails the vertical line test. So let's try number 4, 5, and 6, okay? Okay, yes, this is a function because it passes the vertical line test. Look, this graph touches this pencil only one time at the same time as it goes from left to right. So this is a function. The x values here do not repeat. And the graph touches the vertical line only one time, okay, as it goes from left to right. It does not touch that pencil. This graph does not loop back around and touch the pencil more than one time as you move the vertical line from left to right. You see it? It's not looping back around and touching that pencil again. Right? It passes the vertical line test. Number 5. Any guesses for number 5? Any guesses for number 5? Okay, we got a not a function. Anybody else? Not a function. Anybody else? You think it is a function? Anybody else? So you say yes or no, babe? Okay. All right. So here, this is a function again. This is a yes. Look, my vertical line. Look at my graph, guys. It only touches my pencil one time. It doesn't loop back around and touch the pencil again. If it looped back around and touched that pencil again, it would not be a function. But here, it only touches the pencil. It only goes through it one time. It doesn't loop back around and touch that pencil more than once. This is a function. The x values do not repeat. Okay. Number 6. Function or not a function? What are we thinking? Yes or no? So is that yes or no? Okay, we got a yes. Anybody else? As you move this vertical line from left to right, if it touches in more than one place at the same time, it's not a function because those x values are repeating. Is this a yes or no? I couldn't understand. Sorry. Okay, we got a no. We got a yes. Okay. How many people would say this is a function? A yes. Leslie, do you think it's a function? Yes or no? No. This is a no. This is not a function. Most of us got that right. It's not a function because as I move my vertical line from left to right, look at this. This Z touches my pencil in more than one place at the same time. Up here, then down here, then down here again. Okay, as I move my vertical line from left to right. If it only touches one time at the same time from left to right, like straight lines do, then this is a function. This is also a function because this U-shaped line only touches my pencil one time as it moves across the graph. It doesn't loop back around and touch it again. This one is not a function because it does loop back around and touch that pencil again. This is not a function. This one loops back around and touches the pencil again or the vertical line again. So this one is also not a function. Look at the difference of what's not a function when they loop back around. Look at that. And what is a function when it just goes without looping back around and touching that vertical line again. So this one is not a function because your x values repeat. They do repeat. X values repeat. And the graph touches the vertical line in more than one place at the same time. Touches the vertical line more than once at the same time. Okay. Make sure that you have this copied